What if I told you? One of the most loved idols in the world, the boy millions call perfect, once stood in front of a mirror and whispered, "I'm not good enough. Not handsome enough. Not thin enough. Not talented enough." He was bullied, body shamed, ignored, and almost gave up on himself. But today, that same boy breaks Billboard records, sells out stadiums in minutes, and has an entire world calling his name. This isn't just a success story. This is a survival story. This is Park Jimin. And trust me, his journey will hurt your heart before it inspires it. Before the flashing lights. Before purple oceans. Before BTS. There was just a small apartment in Busan. A quiet kid. Soft eyes. Round cheeks. Always polite. Always gentle. Park Jimin wasn't the loud or popular type. He wasn't the class clown. He wasn't the cool guy. He was invisible. But there was one moment when he completely changed. When music played. The second a song started. His body moved like it belonged to another world. Dance wasn't a hobby. It was escape. It was therapy. It was the only place he felt confident. Teachers noticed immediately. They said his movements were too emotional to be normal. Like he wasn't just dancing. He was telling stories with his body. He later joined Busan Arts High School. And here's something crazy most people don't know. He ranked #1 in modern dance. Top student. Out of everyone. A literal dance prodigy. But even prodigies have scars. School wasn't kind to Jimin. Kids can be cruel. Especially to someone sensitive. They laughed at his baby fat. Called his cheeks chubby. Teased his looks. Made jokes about his body. And maybe to someone else, those comments would just roll off. But not Jimin. He feels everything deeply. Every word stuck. Every joke echoed in his head for years. Imagine being a teenager. Already insecure. And hearing people say you're not attractive. Not good enough. Not worthy. Slowly, he started believing them. He began staring at mirrors longer. Pinching his cheeks. Comparing himself to others. Hating photos of himself. And this is where the dangerous thoughts started. I need to be thinner. I need to be better. I need to change. Because maybe then, people would stop hurting him. It's heartbreaking, right? The boy who would one day be called the most beautiful idol. Once couldn't even look at himself. Then came the moment that changed everything. One random day, his dance teacher said, "You should audition for Big Hit Entertainment." Jimin literally laughed. Him. An idol? He had never trained vocals. Never rapped. Never imagined being famous. He thought idols were born confident. And he wasn't. But something inside him whispered, "Try. Just once." So he went. Nervous. Sweaty. Heart racing. He performed contemporary dance. Put every emotion he had into those few minutes. And when he finished, the room was silent. Then they said, "You're in." Just like that. Out of hundreds. Chosen. But here's the scary part. He only had 1 year to train before debut. 1 year. Most trainees train 4 to 6 years. He had 12 months. It was basically impossible. But impossible had never stopped him before. This chapter? It's brutal. Jimin joined last. Which meant everyone else was ahead. Jungkook already had vocals. J-Hope already had dance mastery. RM already had rap. And Jimin? He felt like nothing special. He later admitted, "I thought I would be cut every month." So he trained like his life depended on it. Because in his mind, it did. He practiced until sunrise. Repeated moves hundreds of times. Sang until his throat hurt. Collapsed on the studio floor. Then got up and did it again. Staff would come in the morning and find him still there. Alone. Drenched in sweat. Eyes tired. But still dancing. And then, the old insecurities came back. Harder. He stopped eating properly. Sometimes just one small meal a day. Sometimes nothing. Because he thought, if I lose more weight, maybe people will like me more. It breaks your heart, doesn't it? While fans see cute Jimin. Back then he was silently fighting himself every single day. BTS debuts. Big moment, right? Not really. No one cared. They were from a tiny company. No money. No hype. No big promotions. People ignored them. Some even mocked them. Imagine training that hard. Starving yourself. Sacrificing everything. And still feeling invisible. Jimin blamed himself. He thought, maybe I'm the problem. He cried after practices. Compared himself constantly to other idols. Watched his own performances and only saw flaws. He pushed himself harder. And harder. And harder. like he was trying to outrun his own doubts. Then something magical happened. Dope. Fire. Blood, sweat, and tears. Suddenly, people started noticing BTS. And during every stage, one member kept stealing attention. Jimin. His expressions were insane. 1 second soft and angelic. Next second dark and dangerous. His dance lines? Sharp. Elegant. Addictive. Fans couldn't look away. Cameras loved him. Stages belonged to him. People started saying, "Who is that guy in the center?" The same boy who got bullied for his looks was now going viral for his beauty. The same boy who felt talentless was now called a performance genius. Life really flipped the script. Fast forward to today. Let's just breathe for a second and think about this. Park Jimin, first Korean soloist to hit #1 on Billboard Hot 100. Millions of albums sold. Luxury brand ambassador. Fashion icon. Sold-out tours. Fans screaming his name across continents. From Busan to the entire planet. But the craziest part? He's still the same soft, kind Jimin. Still hugs his members. Still cries when he's grateful. Still worries if fans ate well. Still thanks ARMY every chance he gets. Fame didn't harden him. It made him warmer. And honestly, that's why people love him so deeply. Not just because he's talented, but because he's human. So next time you see Jimin smiling on stage, remember, that smile wasn't easy. It was built from tear, self-doubt, lonely practice, rooms, empty stomachs, and years of, "I'm not enough." But he didn't quit. He didn't give up. He kept dancing, kept trying, kept believing, even when it hurt. And that's what makes Park Jimin special. Not perfection, not visuals, not fame, but resilience. From bullied kid to global icon, from self-doubt to self-love. That's not just inspiring. That's legendary. And honestly, the world is lucky he didn't give up. If you're proud of Jimin, drop a purple heart. Because this boy, he earned every single one.